Deuteronomy chapter 9. Listen, Israel, today you are about to cross the Jordan so you can dispossess the nations there, people greater and stronger than you who live in large cities with extremely high fortifications. They include the Anakites, a numerous and tall people whom you know about, and of whom it is said, "Who is able to resist the Anakites?" Understand today that the Lord your God, who goes before you, is a devouring fire. He will defeat and subdue them before you. You will dispossess and destroy them quickly, just as he has told you. Do not think of yourselves after the Lord your God has driven them out before you. Because of my own righteousness, the Lord has brought me here to possess this land. It is because of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord is driving them out ahead of you. It is not because of your righteousness or even your inner uprightness that you have come here to possess their land. Instead, because of the wickedness of these nations, the Lord your God is driving them out ahead of you in order to confirm the promise he made, an oath to your ancestors, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand, therefore, that it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is about to give you this good land as a possession. For you are a stubborn people. Remember, don't ever forget how you provoked the Lord your God in the desert. From the time you left the land of Egypt until you came to this place, you were constantly rebelling against him. At Horeb, you provoked him, and he was angry enough with you to destroy you. When I went up to the mountain to receive the stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord made with you, I remained there 40 days and nights, eating and drinking nothing. The Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, written by the very finger of God, and on them was everything he said to you at the mountain from the midst of the fire at the time of that assembly. Now at the end of the 40 days and nights, the Lord presented me with the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant, and he said to me, "Get up, go down at once from here, because your people whom you brought out of Egypt have sinned. They have quickly turned from the way I commanded them and have made for themselves a cursed metal image." Moreover, he said to me, "I have taken note of these people. They are a stubborn lot. Stand aside, and I will destroy them, obliterating their very name from memory, and I will make you into a stronger and more numerous nation than they are." So I turned and went down the mountain while it was blazing with fire. The 2 tablets of the covenant were in my hands. When I looked, you had indeed sinned against the Lord your God and had cast for yourselves a metal calf. You had quickly turned aside from the way he had commanded you. I grabbed the 2 tablets, threw them down, and shattered them before your very eyes. Then I again fell down before the Lord for 40 days and nights. I ate and drank nothing because of all the sin you had committed, doing such evil before the Lord as to enrage him. For I was terrified at the Lord's intense anger that threatened to destroy you, but he listened to me this time as well. The Lord was also angry enough at Aaron to kill him, but at that time I prayed for him too. As for your sinful thing that you had made, the calf, I took it, melted it down, ground it up until it was as fine as dust, and tossed the dust into the stream that flows down the mountain. Moreover, you continued to provoke the Lord at Taberah, Massa, and Kibroth Hattaavah. And when he sent you from Kadesh Barnea and told you, "Go up and possess the land I have given you," you rebelled against the Lord your God and would neither believe nor obey him. You have been rebelling against him from the very first day I knew you. I lay flat on the ground before the Lord for 40 days and nights, for he had said he would destroy you. I prayed to him, "O Lord God, do not destroy your people, your valued property that you have powerfully redeemed, whom you brought out of Egypt by your strength. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ignore the stubbornness, wickedness, and sin of these people. Otherwise, the people of the land from which you brought us will say, the Lord was unable to bring them to the land he promised them, and because of his hatred for them, he has brought them out to kill them in the desert. They are your people, your valued property, whom you brought out with your great strength and power. Chapter 10. At the same time, the Lord said to me, carve out for yourself 2 stone tablets like the first ones and come up the mountain to me. Also, make for yourself a wooden ark. I will write on the tablets the same words that were on the first tablets you broke, and you must put them into the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood and carved out 2 stone tablets, just like the first ones. Then I went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hands. The Lord then wrote on the tablets the same words, the 10 commandments which he had spoken to you at the mountain from the middle of the fire at the time of that assembly, and he gave them to me. Then I turned, went down the mountain, and placed the tablets into the ark I had made. They are still there, just as the Lord commanded me. During those days, the Israelites traveled from Beroth Beneyakan to Mosera. There Aaron died and was buried, and his son Eleazar became priest in his place. From there they traveled to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Jotbatha, a place of flowing streams. At that time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the Lord's covenant, to stand before the Lord to serve him, and to formulate blessings in his name, as they do to this very day. Therefore, Levi has no allotment or inheritance among his brothers. The Lord is his inheritance, just as the Lord your God told him. As for me, I stayed at the mountain as I did the first time, 40 days and nights. The Lord listened to me that time as well, and decided not to destroy you. Then he said to me, get up, set out leading the people so they may go and possess the land I promised to give to their ancestors. Now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you except to revere him, to obey all his commandments, to love him, to serve him with all your mind and being, and to keep the Lord's commandments and statutes that I'm giving you today for your own good? The heavens, indeed the highest heavens, belong to the Lord your God, as does the earth and everything in it. However, only to your ancestors did he show his loving favor, and he chose you, their descendants, from all peoples, as is apparent today. Therefore, cleanse your heart and stop being so stubborn. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great, mighty, and awesome God, who is unbiased and takes no bribe, who justly treats the orphan and widow, and who loves resident foreigners, giving them food and clothing. So you must love the resident foreigner, because you are foreigners in the land of Egypt. Revere the Lord your God, serve him, be loyal to him, and take oath only in his name. He is the one you should praise. He's your God, the one who has done these great and awesome things for you that you have seen. When your ancestors went down to Egypt, they numbered only 70, but now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars of the sky. We're going to be stopping here today. Next time we're going to be starting from Deuteronomy chapter 11. I'll see you then.